My media product uses and follows the kinds of conventions of a real music magazine in many different ways. The masthead is at the top of the magazine and is the largest text on the page. It is also a different style font to any other writing throughout my magazine, which makes it stand out. Real Magazine Q has a masthead similar because of the box it is in. When designing my magazine, I took ideas from Q and thought that by putting a box around my masthead was effective because of my background. My positioning statement, Ultra Indie, is placed under the masthead in a different font. Positioning statements must be catchy and link in with the genre and masthead of the magazine. My magazine is called Ultraviolet and it is an indie music magazine. So by making my positioning statement Ultra Indie, it is catchy with the masthead and links with my indie genre. On my front cover, I have 7 cover lines. 5 are set in a line on the left-hand side and the other 2 are in a line on the bottom right. I set them out in this style because I thought it made the cover look neat and effective. By neatly placing them in the lines, it makes them easier to read and also doesn't obstruct the central image. My main cover line, Rise of Daniel Clery, is different to the others because it is a larger and bolder font and also is a different colour. This gives it more effect and makes it stand out more when looking at my magazine. The graphics used on my front cover are used to advertise tour tickets and shows of some indie bands and solo artists. To make both the bottom bar and circle stand out, the white font is placed over a black background and outlined with red. This also matches the colour scheme of my magazine and matches the dark colours my target audience expect from an indie magazine. Last on my front cover is the central image. The image is a medium long shot of a girl dressed of an indie style and with a moody, uninterested look. The clothes worn in this image were chosen by my target audience, who linked wavy hair, checkered shirts and skinny jeans with the word indie. On my magazine contents page, the layout is set out very simple. There are 3 columns, 2 are of pictures and 1 is filled with the content. The contents page is to help the reader find what they want to read and therefore must be set out neatly. The colour scheme of red, white and black is the same as the front cover as well as the masthead, which is placed at the top of the page but is smaller than the cover. This is the only other place the masthead is used other than the cover. There are 4 images on my contents page which all relate to a story inside my magazine. The biggest image is of Ben Ward, who my double-page spread article is about, so this makes him stand out more. The content featured on my content page is set out in 4 different sections of every month, regular, news and reviews. The subtitles are bigger and bolder font and the page numbers are larger than the ordinary text and coloured red, so they stand out. In my audience research, my target audience said some of their favourite indie bands were Arctic Monkeys, Coldplay and Florence and the Machine, so these are mentioned in my content. The layout on my double-page spread shows 6 columns, 3 used for the text and 3 used for my image. The title is the boldest text on the page and then the stamp verse is placed underneath in a different font and colour. At the beginning of the article, the first letter, I, is a drop capital, like on all double-page spread articles. There is a quote of something Ben Ward said in the middle of the columns which gives the layout effect. The image used on my double-page spread is of Ben Ward wearing indie-style clothes, playing his guitar, and the mise-en-scene is dark and gloomy, which matches the genre. The image takes up 3 of 6 columns and represents Ben Ward and his indie style of music. The image links to the article.